My name is Daniel Kimotho. I'm the co-founder and community lead at EOS Nairobi. So EOS Nairobi is a community that supports a blockchain network on the EOS protocol. EOS Nairobi is one of the communities in Africa that supports the network by having a block producer node active. We also support other communities around. Currently we are in standby position. We do a couple of things within Africa, but our biggest mission is to build a strong developer ecosystem, and we're doing that by pushing out blockchain and enhancing its adoption across the continent. So all our activities are around just getting adoption going for blockchain technology, and that starts with getting developers to have the skills to develop with this new technology. We are at Moringa School today with a few teams that are going to participate in the Africa virtual hackathon that has been set up by Block One. So Block One is a company that built the EOSIO software, released it out to the community, so that communities such as EOS Nairobi, EOS Nigeria, and the other communities across Africa, EOS Botswana, can also participate in the EOS global community by either setting up block producers and nodes to support the network, or having strong communities that have strong developers who build and add value to the ecosystem. So today we are here at Moringa School just to celebrate the developers because we have been given an opportunity to have a hackathon in Africa. It is a virtual hackathon which allows us to have very many people aggregated and congregated at the same time from all over Africa. As you know, Africa is really big. The size and breadth of Africa itself is shocking when you get to understand it, right? There's very many countries within Africa as well, and there's also very many people in Africa. 1.2 billion people as per the last count that I checked. And out of this, there's 60% that is under the age of 25. So a lot of the engineers and developers we are getting are also within that age bracket, because from the stats, or rather from the numbers you can see in the room, there's some very young developers who are here. And what we are doing with them right now is we are introducing them to the EOSIO software. So this is the main software that's going to be used during the hackathon, and it's also the software that is used to run these decentralized applications that run on the EOS mainnet, and also that may start running on the sister chains that are coming after EOS. So we are getting these developers to be familiar with the software, getting them to understand the nature of the hackathon, basically from the website and from the communication that we've got from Block One regarding the hackathon. So our main job is just to help organize things within Africa, because it's, as I said, it's a very huge continent with very many people. So we are working with a lot of partners from across the continent. There's a lot of our friends in Nigeria who are putting things together, who are sort of like helping to plan things out in West Africa. There's another team down at the Satoshi Center in Botswana that is also helping put people together and get them ready for the hackathon. So this is just us doing our thing in Nairobi. We'll have several other meetings with developers so that they can be competent and they can be confident when they get to doing the hackathon. We hope to see a lot of teams coming from Africa, and we hope to see some good projects coming in. So when the theme and challenge is released, I hope that a lot of Africans will be able to relate with the opportunities that are here and develop some good solutions that can even grow out into companies, into blockchain-based companies after the hackathon. And that's part of our plan. So if there are any teams that will come from the hackathon and that they'll be really good, and we feel that we connect with their ethos and with their vision, then we'll definitely support them moving forward, regardless of how they perform in the hackathon. The hackathon is a virtual hackathon, open only to residents of African countries. So you have to be a resident of Africa to participate. There are some other terms and conditions that are on the website that people who are keen can go and check out. I think the website is eoshackathon.io. So go there, have a look at it, look for the Africa Virtual Hackathon. So it's happening virtually, which means you can get your team together, participate from home, participate from your apartment. If you come from an area where the community is a bit larger, we are doing some bit of efforts to make sure that there are some centers where you can go and hack with other people. So the hackathon is happening between the 15th and the 18th of October. That's from Monday to Thursday. Now there are some very strict guidelines on timelines that need to be followed. I'd also like to advise the people who are participating from Africa to also note the different time zones that we operate within. Beyond that, we have some special groups that we have put together where teams from EOS Nairobi's community, helping developers to familiarize themselves with the nature of the challenge and the software. So these groups are on WhatsApp and other social platforms. So if you can get to join one of those ones, there's a lot of information that passes across there. The main Block 1 that is doing the hackathon has also said that the challenge will be given and mentors will be connecting with the participants over Slack. So I think Slack should be one of the main downloads that people should have. People should also join the community groups on Telegram and interact with the community more from there, just to get a feel of what EOS is and the larger community out there and what people expect from Africa. So this hackathon is really exciting because Block 1 has really invested in its developer ecosystem. I think they've invested about $1.5 million in prizes and gifts to the community that is going to participate in the hackathons. So I think it's also a really big opportunity beyond the learning experience that you get. The other big part is the prize. So they're giving away $500,000 in Cape Town. So if you win the Africa Challenge, you get a trip to Cape Town, where you get to bid for the $500,000 and a sit down with EOS VC, who have the potential to finance you and to hold your hands until you have a stable company. So I think that's a really big motivation and plus for anyone who's willing and ready to participate in this hackathon. The prize is a huge motivator. Back here in Africa, with the types of economies we have, that would help you really scale very fast. That amount of money would help scale really fast. It would help you employ a lot of talented engineers and people on the team. So I think it should be something that teams in Africa should consider, especially for those ones who have a vision of building companies after the hackathon. I think this would be a good strategy to fundraise.